Hi guys, it's Debbie from What's Mama Cooking For Us, and today I'm going to make some banana nut muffins. And let's go over the ingredients. We're going to need 1 3/4 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, and then we need 2 eggs, 1 1/2 cups of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/3 cup of oil, 2 to 3 bananas total to 1 cup, and some walnuts. And then we're also going to need a 1/4 cup of milk plus a tablespoon. And so I got all the ingredients all set my oven for 350, and let me put this all set up so I can get started, and then we'll make these muffins. They're going to be so good. Okay guys, so we got everything all set up. I have my flour in this bowl, and then this is my baking soda and salt. Simple. And I'm just going to give that like a little sift with this. And these are our dry ingredients, if you're new to baking. Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. But I want everyone else to know, if you've subscribed in the past, you may be unsubscribed. So if you guys want to go back and resubscribe, because YouTube's doing something where they're cleaning out everything, and yeah, so I'm losing some subscribers, and I guess it's happening to everybody, you know, not just me. Okay, so then we got our wet ingredients bowl, and with the bananas, it ended up being 2 3/4 of a banana, so I just put all 3 of them in there to make 1 cup. And then so we have our 1/3 cup of oil. Well, I already gave you guys the ingredients in the beginning, but I'll, you know, just put them in. We got a double yolker in there, if you can see that. And I also have my almond in there because I was out of vanilla, so I just used almond. And we got our milk. And let's get our banana in there. Looks so good. And use ripened bananas, so like black bananas are the best for this type of recipe. And then in here I keep a 1/2 cup already, so since I need 1 1/2 cups, I'm just going to do 3 of these. So there's 1. Oops, not showing you guys what I'm doing. 2. Yeah, bacon's supposed to be more precise. Let's break up those crumbs or clumps. So make sure when you're measuring, you're doing it even. Okay. So then we're just gonna get this all whisked really well together. Get those eggs whipped up. Let me just make some room here. Okay. And then what you do is you just add your dry into your wet ingredients. We're going to do half the dry, then some milk, then the other half of the dry, and then the rest of the milk. Okay, so I got that all beat, and I'm going to add half our flour. Sorry guys, you know I'm doing this with one hand. Let's see. Let's put a little bit more in there. Okay, half our milk. Doesn't have to be precise, but you do need to do it like this. Just, you know, what the recipe calls for, and you got to follow the recipe pretty well when you're baking. And just get it all mixed up and incorporate it. And now we're going to do the other half of the flour. Simple. Muffins are the easiest thing to start out baking when you're young or with your kids. And I love banana nut muffins. They're like my favorite. If I had a choice of any to make, these would be the ones I make. And I love zucchini, carrot bread, zucchini bread, banana bread, all mixed together. Okay, we're going to get our spatula, go down all those sides. get down underneath. So make sure we're not going to have any pockets of flour. Oops. Okay. And I usually change out almond to a lot of my recipes that call for vanilla anyway, because I just like almond better. Okay, that's looking good. So I'm going to put about 3/4 of a cup of walnuts. Let's see. Because I'm going to make a topping for this, and that's going to have walnuts too. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with a 1/2 cup of walnuts. If I wasn't putting a topping, I'd go with like 3/4 of a cup or a cup. But since I'm putting a topping on it that's going to have walnuts in it as well, I don't want to, you know, overdo it. All right, let me get the pan set up, and oh my God, these are going to be so good, guys. Okay, guys, I can't seem to find my large cupcake pan. I found my medium size and my little bitty tiny ones. Can't find the big one. It's around here somewhere, but I decided I'm going to use this cute little pan that I got at a yard sale for 10 cents years and years ago. But it has this cute little cover on it, and it slides on there. So you can actually put it on there and carry it somewhere if you'd like. Or just to keep them fresh while they're on your counter. And I just love this pan. And for 10 cents, it's going to last forever. It's aluminum, but I got some oil in my pan, and let me get that greased. Okay, and I greased that all the way up the sides, and I put flour just to help it so it doesn't stick. And one-handed, let me see if I can try to do this. I'm sorry about the shadow. It's dark here, and it's gloomy and rainy. And I'm going to have to do the rest off the camera. But you get the idea. I'm going to fill it up as high as it'll go. And then we'll be back and make the topping. Okay, so now for the topping, I have in this bowl 4 tablespoons of softened butter, a 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/3 cup of white sugar, and I'm going to use a 1/3 cup of brown sugar too. You know, might as well make it fun. And some oats and walnuts. And then I like to use seasonings, but you can leave these out. Cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some brown sugar. And I've never measured this in my life. But I did look one up to see like what kind you should, you know, what some of the measurements are. But I've been making this for years and years. And I used to just do it like my mom did it. She just threw a little of this, a little of that. That's what we did. But, so I don't do this like precise. The flour, you don't want to put too much because too much flour won't make it right. But more sugar, more oats, more nuts makes everything better. So I'm just going to take my fork, or you can use a pastry cutter if you have one, and just mush it up like this. And make sure your butter's nice and soft because it's easier to mix. All right, and then you want to go easy on nutmeg. Oh, good sprinkle. I love cloves, so you're supposed to go easy on them too, but I'm heavier handed. I love cloves. And then a lot of cinnamon's good. Okay, and that just makes it taste good, smell good. So we're just going to put some oats in. Sometimes I do oats, sometimes I don't, but I don't really measure. But I'm just going to grab like this is a 1/4. Maybe I'll do a 1.5 1/4 or so. You can leave those out as well. You don't need those. But I like them. They make them crunchy and yummy. And so you just keep mixing this up the best you can. And it should turn into a nice crumble. And you can put the walnuts in, or you can leave them out. Actually, I mean, the butter and the white sugar, the butter, and the flour is basically a crumb topping. So you can add the brown sugar, the oats, the walnuts, and the spices, just if you choose. But I just love this topping. Okay, so I'm going to add the nuts. And you can add any type of nuts that you like. I'm always adding walnuts to baking. I don't know. I eat like almonds. Well, I eat all types of nuts, but I like almonds in my breakfast cereal and things like that. But usually for baking, I always use walnuts. But I do love to eat all types of nuts. And they're healthy for us. Except, you know, they are high in calories, of course, but they're still healthy for us. Good fats. All right, let me get this finished mixed up. Okay, so this is what it should look like. My hands are nice and clean. And it's just a, like, crummy topping. And then I like to put mine on and load it up. Really good and high. Whether you're doing muffins or a bread. So that way, there's a big crunch on the top. It's okay to use your hands. Your hands are your best tool. And I do have this on another pan, which makes it easier because this pan here has no handles. So it makes it easier to get it in and out of the oven when you're working with a hot oven. And if there's any spillover, which I don't expect there to be, but if there is, and it prevents your pot holders from getting dirty. So when you know how you go to pick it up and your pot holder goes in there and it gets all dirty and yucky, and then you got to go wash it. So this way, when you're touching this part, you're not touching the food part. So then just give it a little. So doesn't that look delicious? Okay, so the oven's at 350, and I think it's going to cook about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know the exact when it's done. And stay tuned, guys. It's going to be good. Okay, guys, look at this banana bread. It has been in there an hour. And if I forgot to tell you, this was an 8x8 pan. But depending on what size, maybe you're just going to use the regular bread pan. It may take 50 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. But this pan is 8x8, if I forgot to say that, which I think I did. But then I just, you know, take your toothpick and stick it in. Make sure it comes out clean. Oh, yeah, that's good. And do it in the middle. And there's a little creaminess there in the middle, but still come out clean. So I'm going to let this cool for a good hour. And then I'll be back to slice us up a piece. Oh, yum, yum. Okay, guys, it's been an hour, so we're going to try to give this a cut. And I went all around all the edges. Sorry, it's dark in here. And the shadow's terrible. But I went around all the edges. I'm just going to give this a nice cut. Go down to the bottom. I love this little spatula. I forget where I got it from, but let's see. Let's see if we can get it out. Hang on a sec, guys. Let me see if I can get it. Without ruining my slice and my first piece, which we all know is the hardest thing to get out. And I'm trying to do it one-handed, so. And my shadow's over it, so you probably can't even see it good. Alright, I'm going to get it out, though. Alright, I couldn't do it one-handed, but I got it out. Look at that. Go in there and look. Oh, my God. Nice and moist and delicious. And I have a nice glass of hibiscus tea. It's the Tasso Passion. Or it's Passion, but it's got hibiscus in it, which I love. And hibiscus is good for us. And it's got a little orange peel. So I just thought I'd add a little extra orange. I keep these right in the freezer. And that way you always have orange slices on hand, or lemons or limes. But look at this, you guys. And I'm going to put a little butter. Oh, it's all breaking off. Look at that. But you got to have some butter on there. So, let's see. Oh, forgot to get a fork. Okay, let's go in for a piece. Look at those flavors. Look at that. Mmm. So good. You guys got to give this a try. Alright, thanks for watching. Make sure you make yourself a nice cup of tea. Enjoy yourself. Treat yourself. I don't bake a lot because then I'll end up eating all these sweets. So I try not to bake too much, but I like to bake once in a while. But enjoy it, you guys. And make sure you're subscribed. And if you're new, subscribe. And if you like this video, click the like button. And I'll see you on the next one. Be blessed.